Welcome to Amputee Cookbook, where I show you how to make easy things that are also healthy and don't require any hands or feet. So we're going to get started today with roasted chicken. And this is something new that I'm trying, roasting a fresh young chicken in the crock pot. Crazy, I know. So I've got my fresh young chicken here in the fridge. And I have already let this marinate with the rub for about 24 hours. And so as you can see, I have put a nice rub that Belle really wants. And that rub is about a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of cayenne, half a teaspoon of thyme, about 2 teaspoons of salt. There's also a little bit of pepper in there, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half a teaspoon of onion powder. And I also added some of Paula Deen's house seasoning, which I put on everything. And so what you'll do is you'll mix all of those seasonings together, rub it on the front and back of your chicken. And then I also stuffed in the cavity there about 4 cloves of garlic and about half of a lemon cut into wedges that you'll stuff right in there. So this has been sitting for about 24 hours, so now it's ready to go in the crock pot. All right. So we've got our chicken, we've got our crock pot. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to take this foil I have here and I'm going to make a sling for the chicken. The purpose for the sling is so that once the chicken is done cooking in the crock pot, I can easily transfer it onto a sheet pan to put it under the broiler just to crisp up the skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out a big piece of foil, just to make a little hammock for our chicken. So I'm going to stick it in here in the crock pot, just kind of pushing it down so that it sort of hangs out a little bit of the crock pot, just to make our next step easier later on. Now I'm going to take 1 cup of chopped onions, and I'm going to put this on the bottom of the foil just to give a little flavor and also to keep the chicken from just lying in its own juices and getting possibly soggy on the bottom. So that created a nice little bed. And now, I don't think it really matters, but I'm going to put it breast down so that that gets nice and cooked. And so I'm just going to kind of flop it in there. But you can be as careful as not careful as you want. Flop. So we've got the crock pot on low. We've got our bed of onions. We've got our chicken flopped breast down in the crock pot. We're going to just go ahead and put a lid on this and we're going to let it cook for about 4 hours, anywhere between 4 to 8 hours depending on your crock pot, or until the internal temperature reaches to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Then what you'll do is just pick up the chicken using the aluminum foil, transfer to a baking sheet, and broil on low for about 10 to 15 minutes until the skin is nice and crispy. Then you've got a great, yummy roasted chicken to enjoy for your day.